Hello beauties and welcome back to my corner of the internet. If you are new here, then my name is Mariah, also known as Live Life's Beauty, and I'm so glad that you have found me. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for joining me again on another video. So if you are new here, then my name is Mariah, and on this channel we just live our best creative lives, and I just do a bunch of hobbies and I film them and share them with you. So last year, December, it seems like last year December, but it is only actually 1 month ago. I started sewing. I brought myself a new handy dandy sewing machine and I officially kicked off my sewing journey. So I'm here to show you what I made in the month of January as my first month sewing. So the first thing I made was this dressing gown for my daughter. Now this is completely self-drafted. I did just follow a tutorial here on YouTube where you take one of your children or your own oversized jumper and you just trace around it, and that's how you get the pattern. And that is exactly what I have done. Mine is a bit different to the video because I did self-draft my own hood. And I will put some videos in because I can't completely show it you all, but this was made out of a blanket that I did get on sale. The blanket was £12 and it was really thick, and I just knew that it would be perfect to make my daughter a dressing gown. I did originally start making this dressing gown on my old sewing machine, but it would not go through and I had so many difficulties trying to sew this up, and that is why I did in fact end up getting a new sewing machine, and ever since I have been sewing on that machine, it made this project go a lot smoother. But because I'd spent so much time trying to fight with it on the old sewing machine, I did kind of run out of steam. So in the videos and the photos that I will show you, you can see that it is not perfect by any means, but it is finished. And that was one of the things that I really wanted to give myself leeway on, was just completing a project. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. And this is the first thing I've ever completed. So I'm really, really happy with this. What I will say is my daughter is also obsessed with this. Guys, she has not taken it off since I've made it. Every single night, every single evening when she comes home from school and she changes out of her clothes, she puts this on, and it makes me so happy just to see her wearing something that I've made and actually loving it. So it is extremely long for my daughter because I just wanted to use the bottom of the, it's not the bottom, it was the border of the blanket as the hems. So I've done that on the bottom of the dressing gown, I've done that on the arms of the dressing gown, and I've done that on the hood of the dressing gown. And then I also used the leftover pieces to basically make the tie of the robe. So some places here where I cut corners was that I did just sew the tie down. I didn't actually make loops for it. And if you look on the pockets, they are lopsided. So this one pocket is higher than the other pocket, but my daughter doesn't really mind. She still loves it either way, and she's really happy with it. Also on the hood, because I just made the hood myself and I really wanted to keep the edging as the border of the hood, I just kind of made it myself, where I kind of split the fabric down the back, sewed it together, and then sewed it on the collar. But one thing I didn't do was slant it. So it's not long at the front like a normal hood. It's just all one length, so it does pull down. But like I said, I'm really happy with this. I'm just happy that I managed to complete it, and my daughter absolutely loves it. It's really snuggly, and I do in fact have this same material in a different colour to make my youngest daughter a robe now, because she wants to be like her sister. The only thing with my other daughter's one is it doesn't have this outline like this one does, and it's not entirely the same. I feel like this was like the good version of the fabric. And then if I show you my daughter's pink one, you can just see that it's not as thick and prominent as this one, but it is the same kind of material, so she will be happy. Second thing that I have made, I do just have to put up pictures for you guys, is this lovely doll that I ticked off my make line list and I finally gave my niece for her birthday. Now, had I had filmed this video when I was intended to film this video, I would have the doll here to show you, but I don't. But either way, it's beautiful. it's finished and it has been gifted to her. And I got the sweetest text this morning from her mom, who was just like, oh my goodness, she's obsessed with this doll. Like, she just keeps taking the clothes on and off. She really enjoys it. And I was just like, that is just the ideal. With this doll, I did film a video for you guys. I was having a lot of technical issues with my microphone. I do since have a new microphone, so I hope this is working really good and I'm crisp and clear for you guys. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to edit down this video so that it's still nice for you guys. But because I wasn't able to speak to the camera and because I was having so many issues with filming the video, obviously I'm thinking, like, do I just give it to you guys or do I just scrap the video? That's where I am now. I'm so happy with it and I'm really proud of myself for like sticking to it and doing it, because that was also completely self-drafted. I didn't buy any patterns of the doll or anything like that. I just simply watched a load of videos here on YouTube, self-drafted the doll and stitched the face myself. So I'm really, really happy with how that came out. It did take longer than anticipated just because it was my first time ever making something like that. It was a gift for a toddler. So I really was on my A game with making sure that it was sewn up correctly. And I did have to do quite a few hand stitching on that doll. Would ideally have loved to make more, but I really am taking my time with my sewing journey. I know that I have made these things for other people, but that's not really the purpose of my sewing journey. It is just to really have it as a hobby and complete things when I have the time to do it and not feel rushed and not feel pressured. But when I do these monthly make videos, I do think it is important to kind of see if it was a good month or a bad month. And I would class this as a good month. Had a lot of sickness in the month of January. I do have 3 children and they have been ill to the point where they've been off school. There has been this really horrendous bug going around, especially for children in the UK, and it has caused like many, many kids to be extremely ill. Thank goodness my kids weren't at that top end of it, but they were ill. Then I also got ill towards the end of the month for a whole week. So that did take away time from my sewing. Other than that, I have stuck to my goal of touching my sewing machine every week or doing something sewing related every week, apart from that 1 week where I was ill. I haven't been that ill for a really long time, to the point where I didn't have any energy to do anything but keep my son alive when he was at home. But I'm still learning and I am self-drafting my patterns, which is a bit of a hit and miss, but I really am enjoying the process so far. So that was my first month of sewing, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you are new to sewing, what you have done or what you intend to do. I'm hoping February will be a little bit more makes to show you guys, just because it is my birthday month and I do have a few things planned for that. So do subscribe if you want to see what I get up to. And do not forget to live life's beauty, because life is beautiful and it's out there waiting to be lived by you. And hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye.